of the torch relay as it was headed up. These are live pictures you're seeing there, not the vision I'm talking about. But that lone protester sat in front of the torch relay heading up to Parliament House, but they very quickly pounced on him, arrested him. That's been the main disruption that we've seen of the relay along the run. And Layla, I should point out, it's been impressive, I believe, that we've seen as much of the torch. Remember those vision, that's the incident I'm talking about now, that protester being hauled away. He sat down in front of the torch, made his point, they got him pretty quickly, and the torch carried on without too much of a hesitation at all. But remember the scenes we saw in America where you could barely see the flame at all. There was so much security around it. I think here at least you've been able to see the security, no doubt about it, but we've very clearly seen the torch bearer, these famous and noted Australians who've been running around camera, and the flame itself, so the crowds have got a good look at it as well. It hasn't just been a complete overkill of visible security, at least, Layla.
Yeah, our organisers no doubt looked carefully at some of those legs overseas and learnt very quickly from the arrangements put in over there.
Yeah. It was a bad look, wasn't it? I mean, particularly in America.
Yeah, Michael, yesterday Ian Thorpe spoke about what he thought politically about protesting to the Olympic torch. Did he speak at all about what it means to him to run in the relay?
He kept it fairly simple, but I think it was from the heart. He's very happy to be running with the torch. For all of his Olympic amazing, history and the gold that he's won, big success, that he had done it in 2 years ago, but he hadn't. So he said honoured and happy to be running with for this final leg, which is into Commonwealth. The reporter we tried to cross to before is staging area now, and have a word with him. Incredible crowds down there.
An astonishing crowd. And here I can tell you, there's a bit of a now, but an absolute flag stretching out before, ready to watch Ian Thorpe carry that torch in its last leg of the Australian leg of the relay in about 20 minutes' time. But as you were saying, the taking thing here is movement of people in here, busloads of China's cause and China's staging the Olympics who have come in here. This is an absolute sea of red flags now gathering and stretching the limiter, and the sight when we see the torch in here really is going to be quite fascinating to watch. As if nothing else, this is a quite astonishing into witness, if you like, of the mood in to bring a feeling to the climate of the torch relay, Michael.
And Tim, I wonder, have they kept the human rights protesters away from the Chinese supporters down there?
So, yes, this has been a very peaceful scene. But to be honest with you, you could send some hundreds of protesters down here now into this crowd. They would simply be swamped. They would be swamped by numbers. But so far, at this end of the relay, no problems for now. It's all been pretty good, Michael.
They have indeed. Thank you, Tim Lester, down at the finishing point of the relay. And the vision you are seeing there, of course, is the start of the torch relay this morning, the smoking ceremony with the local Ngunnawal people. And that was quite a fantastic scene just after dawn here, after the hot air blown off in the sky over the eventual lighting of that first Olympic torch by those Chinese Palomino guards who have, as kept a pretty low profile for the buses. Fairly zealous manner, as we saw. Layla.
Michael, did any of why they've made this effort? Obviously, communities, as you said, by bus from. What kind of things are they saying?
They're saying that they were embarrassed about the scenes that they saw in London and wanted to stick up for their country. They wanted to be proud. They wanted this to represent something that as a nation they're fairly proud of. of what their country is often accused of, but they wanted to come out as proud Chinese and support something that they think is pretty amazing and is going to, they hope, open the world up to China more. They're using the games as that kind of vehicle, if you like. So the motivation, they were pretty strong on many of the websites, particularly among the universities and student crowd, the Chinese students around Australia. They organised a lot of the buses to get them here from Queensland, from Victoria, around New South Wales and get them into Canberra. So they just wanted to come out and voice their side of things to try and balance up from the human rights debate amongst themselves down Chinese people. Pro-Tibet supporters, the pro-Tibet supporters making their point back in some pretty loud debate, not just the push and shove argy-bargy that saw some of the arrests. So, a complete clash of two sides, but as I said, they've both made their point pretty clearly today, Layla.
Yeah, conducted it very peacefully. Thank you very much, Michael.
Okay, Layla, thanks.